welcome back once again. It's your host, the G-Man, as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team fantasy preview. Today we're going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, and surprise, surprise, for a team that plays kind of a vanilla, kill you in small chunks offense, the Chiefs actually have some viable fantasy options. And let's start at the top with Alex Smith. You could do a lot worse than Alex Smith, and that's true in real life and fantasy life. I understand he doesn't have a big arm. He's not going to throw the 80-yard touchdown pass. But what he is going to do, they're going to throw the ball a lot because that is something that Andy Reid believes in. Even with a Jamal Charles, they're going to throw the ball 30 to 35 times a game. He's going to complete a high percentage because they're not high-risk passes that he throws. And after finally breaking the cherry on the receivers getting in the end zone last year, he's going to have some success in the red zone, and I think Travis Kelce is going to get better in that regard. I can't say Alex Smith is a number one, but he is a viable number two quarterback, probably in that 15 to 20 range. In a fantasy perspective, you're going to pick up unexpected yards from him every week in the run game. He's also not afraid to call his own number down on the goal line. So I think he is a sneaky bye-week play and a viable number two option for you. At the running back position, I'm banking on Jamal Charles coming all the way back. Not all the way back to his 2,200 combined yards, but all the way back to 1,100 yards rushing, 500 receiving, 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns. That makes him a number one running back in today's NFL. I'd put him in that 10 to 14 range of running back. So you can do a lot worse than having him as your number one, assuming he stays healthy. Because you have to worry a little bit about his health, I would think Charcandrick West and Spencer Ware are both on the map. I would lean more towards West because I think if Charles goes down, he'll get the bulk of the carries as well as the receptions because he's more of a well-rounded player. I think he would immediately be a number two if Charles went down. In the meantime, he's just a handcuff player. Wide receiver, Jeremy Maclin, despite not being a deep threat thanks to Alex Smith's lack of arm, I think Jeremy Maclin's a early number two receiver. I think I'd probably put him in that 15 range as well. Catches a ton of balls, PPR. He might actually be a little higher than that. Had a nose for the end zone, and he's a tough player. So I really like Jeremy Maclin this year better than most. The Albert Wilsons and the Rod Streeters of the world are other people they have on the receiving side. I wouldn't take a shot at either of them. I don't even think that either is really a bye-week replacement. I would avoid the rest of that. Travis Kelce is in that category right after the Gronk of being your number 2 through number 8 tight end. He's going to catch a lot of balls. He didn't have a tremendous time in the red zone last season, but I think that will improve. I would not be surprised to see 80 catches for 1,000 yards or 85 catches for 1,000 yards out of Kelce. I think he's that talented, and I think Andy Reid wants to feed him the ball, knowing that they have some offensive limitations, and he could really help make Alex Smith better. So from a defensive perspective, Kansas City has pass rushers, has a decent defensive backfield. They're a mid-level to me. You can get them late. They actually performed very well from a fantasy defense perspective last year, but I called them probably a late one, early two defense. You're not going to blow anybody away, but you're not going to die if at the end of the draft you have to take him as your defense. So with your 2016 team-by-team fantasy preview of the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.